J.D. Vance is very clear. You should not get divorced if your husband beats you. He cast doubt on whether divorce is right in violent marriages. Now, Republicans and abortion think that abortion should not be the case even in cases of rape and incest, pushing to have women executed for having abortions, and now going a step further, saying that women should be forced to stay in marriages with husbands that abuse them. J.D. Vance, a member of the Republican Party in good standing, running for Congress. And he says, this is one of the great tricks that I think the sexual revolution pulled on the American populace, which is the idea that these marriages were fundamental, they were maybe even violent, but certainly they were unhappy. And so getting rid of them and making it easy for people to shift spouses like they're changing their underwear, that's going to make people happier in the long term. J.D. Vance expressed skepticism about divorces being good. He said a lot of very, very real family dysfunction that's making our kids unhappy. When asked if people should stay in violent marriages, he rejects the premise of the question. He said, I reject the premise of your bogus question. As anyone who studies these issues knows, domestic violence has skyrocketed in recent years, and is much higher among non-married couples. That's the trick I reference, that domestic violence would somehow go down if progressives got what they wanted, when in fact modern society's war on families had made our domestic violence situation much worse. Any fair person would recognize I was criticizing the progressive frame on the issue, not embracing it. The fact is, he is embracing women being forced to stay in marriages. Any rational look at what Republicans want is very specifically women being controlled by their man who blatantly goes with anything the Republicans want, because this is a Faustian bargain. They get their slaves, and then there are slaves. The Republican Party is a hierarchical system. Those on top get to do whatever they want. Those on the bottom, women, children, obey their man, who obey above them and above them. That is what the Republican Party currently is.